Evening. Welcome to Railway Routes in Lockdown. We've got a great night ahead of us. We've got the usual suspects, friends old and new. But we don't have our good friend Gary Penalver with us anymore. So this evening is dedicated to Gary, with love. In Nicaragua, if they had a bad night and they lost someone, the next day the community would assemble and they'd have a roll call. When they called your name, you'd say presente. When they came to the name of the person the community had lost, the whole community would say presente. So tonight I'd maybe say Mike Reinstein and Mike would say presente. I'd say Carmen and Cliff and they'll say presente. Andy Melrose presente. Alex presente. When I come to Gary, we're all going to have to say presente. Gary Penalver, presente, and on we go. Well, it seems he still exists. I saw him just the other day. The next Bob Dylan is well on his way. He's got the world at his feet. His head is high among the stars. Forget the puddles in the car park. He's the young man with a girlfriend and the ukulele. He's singing na 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 na. Well, he's freewheeling, the young man with the girlfriend and the ukulele, and she's hanging on his arm at every word like they was poetry. Just like Suze Rotolo back in 1963. And he tells her how it was, how it went as they climb into her mummy's car. Forget the fact he lives in Hammering. He's the young man with the girlfriend and the ukulele, singing da 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 da. He's freewheeling, the young man with the girlfriend and the ukulele. Was it 'cause I play guitar? Sue's never looked that way at me. Me and my second-hand Eco Ranger learning GCD. And after all these years, I think that maybe I could have done better if I just played the ukulele. Oh well. Da 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 da. He's freewheeling, the young man with the girlfriend and the ukulele. Da 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 da. Well, he's freewheeling, the young man with the girlfriend and the ukulele. Yeah, he's walking through walls and he's walking on water. Well, I can't believe what I see in this mirror. He's freewheeling, the young man with the girlfriend. Freewheeling, the young man with the girlfriend. Freewheeling, the young man with a girlfriend and a ukulele. Roger.
Hello all. I thought I'd like to say a few words for my mate Gary. We used to put a lot of gigs on in Worthing, and it suddenly dawned on me that sort of everything sort of joins together, everything's sort of linked. And John Forrester come over and did a support slot for us, and because of that, I went to see John in Eastbourne and at a folk club, and I did a sort of floor spot, and Rob turned up and did a floor spot as well, and that's the first time I met Rob. And this guitar that I'm playing, I bought off of my mate Gary, and John said after he saw it, he said, "Snap your hands off, snap his hands off for it." He said it's quality, snap his hands off, and that's what I did. And it's sort of weird, because then I knew nothing about the Railway Roots Club, and Gary formed the Briar Band and was going to do a support gig there, supporting John Hegley, and that was last year, and obviously it never happened. And because of that, I became a member of the Railway Roots Club, and I really enjoy it now. I look forward to it every month. And it's sort of like, you know, although I'm thinking now that it's Gary that brings everything together, it's probably just music, really, isn't it? That, you know, everyone loves music and everyone gets together through it. And it sort of dawned on me that it's sort of like it's nothing to do really with the internet and stuff like that. It's all really to do with interactions with people. And although the lockdown has sort of made the internet part of it more frequent, it's still music that keeps everyone together. So enough rambling, I think. So Gary used to say that this was my best song, and this is called Alexa, and it's basically about a well-known personal assistant. And apparently when you say the word Alexa, if it's on adverts, apparently they don't pronounce it as Alexa on adverts, because if they did, everyone's Alexas would go off. So apparently they say Alexa. Well, I don't really know that anyway, but that's apparently what happens. Anyway, this is called Alexa. Alexa can't help us from here. She's running away with your hopes and your fears. Alexa can't hear us from here. She can't hear the cries, she can't see the tears. She's no sense of irony, no sense of fun. She'll tell you the deals when the deals are all done. Deals are all done. She can't help with climate change, she can't free the world, she can't stop the virus, she can't save the world. Can't save the world. She's not that eccentric, in fact she's quite glum. She answers the questions posed by the dumb. Posed by the dumb. She's no help with homelessness, she's no open door. Her tax affairs are secret, she can't help the poor. Can't help the poor. The world's conflicts she might prolong. Alexa will answer when we're all gone. 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 Thank you, and stay safe.
Come away with me in the night. Come away with me, I'm dying. Come away with me on a bus. Come away where they can't tempt us with their lies. I want to walk with you on a cloudy day, in fields where the yellow grass grows knee high. So won't you try to come? Come away with me and we'll kiss on a mountain top. Come away with me and I'll never stop loving you. And I want to wake up with the rain falling on a tin roof, while I'm safe there in your arms. So all I ask is for you to come away with me in the night. Come away with me.
Hello everybody. There's an old curse. May you live in interesting times. At first it sounds like well-wishing, till you think what history books record. Disease, war, all sorts of problems. And right now we're having plenty to be interested in. This poem's called 5 People Died. I've only just heard he got off. I'm trying to understand how. I saw the riots on Capitol Hill, the conflict, the mayhem, the threats to kill, and his words that encouraged it, and they've acquitted him still. And I find myself wondering, what now? Remember, 5 people died. What has he got to do to get busted? What sort of line must he cross? It seems that the process of law can't be trusted if he can escape after causing such loss. Remember, 5 people died. In a land that prides itself on democracy, but you can get shot for having the wrong skin, it seems that national appetite for justice has suddenly grown so painfully thin. What strings have been pulled? What leverage applied? How can he just walk away from all consequence? Remember, 5 people died.
This is called Lonely Man Blues. It's one I wrote a long time ago, 30 years or so. It goes down from all my crying, deep inside and I'm slowly dying. I live a life I did not choose. I've got those lonely man blues. I couldn't believe it the night you said you didn't want me in your bed. I live a life I did not choose. I've got these lonely man blues. I've said I'm sorry till I'm blue in the face. Please don't find anyone else to take my place. I live a life I did not choose. I've got this lonely man. I've got these lonely man. I've got these lonely man blues. I hope you like it.
This is a song by Dougie MacLean. It's about the life of musicians as much as it's about the place, Caledonia. I don't know what's wrong with me, changes that have come over me these past few days. I've been afraid I might drift away. I've been telling up stories and singing songs, makes me think about where I come from. That's the reason why I seem far away today. And let me tell you that I love you, and I think about you all the time. Caledonia, she's calling me, and I'm going home. And if I should become a stranger, know that it would make me more than sad. Caledonia's been everything I've ever had. I have moved and I've kept on moving, proved the points that I've needed proving, lost the friends I've needed losing, found others on the way. I have tried and I've kept on trying, stolen dreams and there's no denying. I've travelled hard, sometimes with conscience flying, somewhere in the wind. And let me tell you that I love you, and I think about you all the time. Caledonia, she's calling me, and I'm going home. And if I should become a stranger, know that it will make me more than sad. Caledonia cares everything I've ever had. I'm sitting here before the fire, empty room and a forest fire. The flame it flickers, can't get no higher. It's withered and it's gone. And I'm busy thinking my way's clear. I know what I must do tomorrow. When hands are shaken and kisses flow, I must disappear. And let me tell you that I love you, and I think about you all the time. Caledonia, she's calling me, and I'm going home. And if I should become a stranger, know that it will make me more than sad. Caledonia's been everything I've ever had. Caledonia's been everything I've ever had.
Saw a butterfly touch a buddly eye, held our breath and didn't stir. Tear rolled down your cheek, but we didn't dare to blink in case it flew away. As the sun burned red across the sky, I lifted you up on my shoulders high. Oak and ash and elm fir, crystal clear, just who we were. I remember climbing trees could taste that woodland breeze. The energy ran free, leapt right out of me into my world. As the sun burned red across the sky, simply being forgot the time. Ancient faces in the trees, making so much sense out of you and me. Breath hung like clouds in the air, surrounding butterfly, still sitting there. Tears fell on the ground, but we didn't make a sound, in case it flew away, in case it all flew away, in case it flew away, all flew away, flew away.
Hello everyone. I don't need an excuse to perform a poem by a woman, of course, but this month I have a good reason. Monday is International Women's Day, and the theme this year is Choose to Challenge, and from challenge comes change. So Maya Angelou has challenged and been challenged. Her writing has brought about big changes for women and for black people, especially African Americans. So I'm going to read a poem by Maya Angelou this month. I feel close to her, particularly because we share a birthday, which will be next month. And because her first autobiography, I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings, which was written in 1969, taught me ever such a lot, huge amount. I urge you to read it if you haven't already, and then I think you'll want, like me, to read all 7 volumes and learn about her incredible life. I had to wait for the next volumes, but they're all written now, so you can read them in one big feast. Maya Angelou was brave. She was not afraid of controversy. She was what I think is called painfully honest. She wrote beautiful prose and poetry. She more than held her own with world leaders. But she was also a homely woman who loved family life. As well as literature that stunned the world, she wrote recipe books. And when she died nearly 7 years ago, I think we lost an important woman. So this poem, written in 1978, is a wonderful, positive, rallying cry, and I read it for everyone, but especially for my black sisters. Still I Rise by Maya Angelou. You may write me down in history with your bitter, twisted lies. You may trod me in the very dirt, but still, like dust, I'll rise. Does my sassiness upset you? Why are you beset with gloom? 'Cause I walk like I've got oil wells pumping in my living room. Just like moons and like suns with the certainty of tides, just like hope springing high, still I'll rise. Did you want to see me broken, bowed head and lowered eyes, shoulders falling down like teardrops, weakened by my soulful cries? Does my haughtiness offend you? Don't you take it awful hard 'cause I laugh like I've got gold mines digging in my own backyard. You may shoot me with your words. You may cut me with your eyes. You may kill me with your hatefulness, but still, like air, I'll rise. Does my sexiness upset you? Does it come as a surprise that I dance like I've got diamonds at the meeting of my thighs? Out of the huts of history's shame I rise. Up from a past that's rooted in pain I rise. I'm a black ocean, leaping and wide, welling and swelling I bear in the tide. Leaving behind nights of terror and fear, I rise into a daybreak that's wondrously clear. I rise bringing the gifts that my ancestors gave. I am the dream and the hope of the slave. I rise, I rise, I rise. Thank you.
Hello everyone at Roots. Happy World Book Day.
I was walking by the ocean, I was talking to the sea, running out of numbers, trying to count the waves, and you can hear them at the last laugh in the penny arcade, louder than the bandstand on the grand parade. Just a matter of time. It's just a matter of time before we wash you away. Before we wash you away. You and your sandcastle. Build your little statue to your glorious dead. Make a crown out of newspaper for your newspaper head. Call yourself the King of England. Call yourself a Russian Tsar. Put your flag on your castle. How little you are. It's just a matter of time time before we wash you away. Before we wash you away. You and your sandcastles. We're all walking by the ocean. We're all talking to the sea. Running out of numbers. And the waves keep coming. Louder than the statues. And the grand parades. Here comes tomorrow. With a bucket and a spade. It's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of time before we wash you away. Before we wash you away. You and your sandcastles. Whoa. Kiss me quick. Kiss me quick. Kiss me quick. Kiss me quick. Kiss me quick.
Hello, this song is called Hard Enough for Technology. I used to work in IT, don't get me wrong, some of the IT work I enjoyed, but a lot of people think everything can be solved with some buzzwords about making things smart, putting things in the cloud, making an app. Do you know that someone invented a mattress that tells you when someone's having sex on it, so if your partner's cheating on you, your mattress will text you and let you know? Stupid. So most of this was written a couple of years ago, but maybe it could do with an update for the lockdown age, because everyone's fed up of bloody Zoom.
Got me Amazon connected to me bread bin. Me bread bin connected to me cat flap. Me cat flap connected to me Dropbox. Me Dropbox connected to my earphones. My earphones connected to me fish tank. Me fish tank connected to Google. Google connected to my hamster. My hamster connected to my iPhone. I just want a bog that does the job. I don't need a shitter that uploads to Twitter. Got my iPhone connected to me jumper. Me jumper connected to Kindle. Me Kindle connected to me lampshade. Me lampshade's connected to me mattress. Me mattress connected to me nut roast. Me nut roast connected to OneDrive. OneDrive connected to me plant pots. Me plant pot's connected to me quavers. A bread machine should make bread that's good. It shouldn't be phoning me saying it's lonely. If these things should make life easy, then why is it all so hard? Nothing ever seems to work. They told me this was smart. Me dog's got a blue screen and my bed won't let me in. I've had enough of technology, it's all going in the bin. Got me Amazon connected to me bread bin connected to me cat flap connected to me Dropbox connected to my earphones connected to me fish tank connected to me Google connected to me hamster connected to me iPhone. I just want a bog that does the job. I don't need a shitter that uploads to Twitter. Got me iPhone connected to me Kindle connected to me juicer connected to me lampshade connected to me mattress connected to me nut roast connected to OneDrive connected to me plant pots connected to me quavers. A bread machine should make bread that's good. It shouldn't be phoning me saying it's lonely. These things should make life easy, and why is it all so hard? Nothing ever seems to work. They told me this was smart. My dog's now got a blue screen and my bed won't let me in. I've had enough of technology, it's all going in bin. La 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 la. I've had enough of technology, it's all going in bin. La 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 la. I've had enough of technology, it's all going in bin.
I wrote this song after reading a book by Susan Wolfett about a brave group of women who worked narrowboats during the Second World War.
I don't stick to rules, never comfy in a crowd. I knew a khaki uniform was not for me. Then I heard they needed women on the narrow boats. Found myself in headscarf and dungarees. Jumper issued by the inland waterway. I doubly written large across my chest. Idle woman, everybody's calling me. I'd fall on you that it was sad in jest. Idle woman, that's what they're calling us. Oh, we're working all the livelong day. Steering boats was dodging bumps and doodle bugs. We're the idle women of the waterway. What a crew we were, debutantes and duchesses, young girls who'd been bombed out from the old East End. Never steered a boat, soon we would be taking them from London to the Midlands and home again. First of all, they showed us round our narrowboats. Okay, little cabin, couldn't find the loo. Well, there's a war on, ladies. Let me put it nicely. It's bucket girls and trucket gals, that's what you'll have to do. I know women, that's what they're calling us. No, we're working on the livelong day. Steering boats, was dodging bombs and little bugs. We're the idle women of the waterway. Down at the limehouse early in the morning, load her up with 50 tons of steel at town. Then cast off while starting bombs and little bugs. I was glad to leave London town behind. Up the Union, heading for the Midlands. keep her up with cold through the homeward trot. I know women, that's what they're calling us. Away working rather with long day. Steering boats or starting boats into the boats with the idle women in the waterway. There's so much to do, no time to admire the view. Winding up the paddle from the big log gates. Pump the bilge and splice the ropes. Any problem you must cope it. Keep on moving onward, girl, you can't be late. Sometimes we pass like girls in the corduroys. Wave at them, but underneath our breath say damn. 'Cause they got extra rations, not us idle women. For breakfast, lunch and tea we're eating spam, spam, spam. Idle women, that's what they're calling us. Oh, we're working rather than long day. Steering boats or starting boats into the boats with the idle women of the waterway. But there were summer days when the war seemed far away, waiting as a horse-drawn barge went slowly by. Brightly painted red and green, stern to bow the brushes green, floating gently underneath the cloudless sky. When peace comes, then I'll go back to London. If they ask me where I've been, I'll smile and say I pumped the bilge and spliced the ropes. Any problems I just poked. I was an idle woman of the waterway.
This is a poem called Cop Out. I'd moved into the village about a year or so, and the summer fair was coming on apace. I could sense the expectations, the plans began to grow, and preparations falling into place. There were dancing troupes and competitions for cakes and crops and flowers, a marching band that mainly played in tune, and tugs of war and tests of strength to entertain for hours, all neatly timed to fill the afternoon. Refreshment tents and various stalls. I really was impressed. Then the organisers asked me to be their honoured guest. And not expecting problems, of course, I answered yes. But what do? Can I prepare? I'd really like to know. There's just one thing. Can you please judge the cutest baby in the show? Down at the pub, the guys all smiled, and on me their good wishes piled. I really felt included. I felt that I belonged. Then one old guy took me aside and told me what was wrong. He said, your job's a bed of nails. One baby wins, the rest all fail. And things are likely to get rough when you say their kids aren't good enough. You may think your judgment's sound and you could choose no other, but the losers think you're taking bribes or dating the winner's mother. The day itself came soon enough and there seemed no escape. But a subtle subterfuge had started to take shape. As I approached a crowd of mums and they moved to let me in, Billy Hoskins crossed my path and dropped a banana skin. Down I went and hit the deck. I didn't rise again. An ambulance came and took me off, giving howls of pain. Next morning to the hospital came Billy with his mum. I've brought him to say sorry. Can't stay, I've got to run. I'm serving lunchtime at the Crown. As we watched the lift go down, I said, well done, Billy, here's your £1. Your timing really was superb. Now just remember, not a word.
Hello lovely Roots friends. I didn't know Gary very well, met him at Coast Cafe and Worthing Cellar Arts Club, but we have friends in common and I feel for them, Andy, Emily and Louise. This song is Bread and Roses. As we go marching, marching in the beauty of the day, million darkened kitchens, thousand mill-lofts grey, are touched with all the radiance that a sudden sun discloses, for the people hear us singing bread and roses, bread and roses. As we go marching, marching, we battle too for men, for they are women's children, and we mother them again. Our life shall not be sweated from birth until life closes. Hearts starve as well as bodies. Give us bread, but give us roses. As we go marching, marching, unnumbered women dead, all crying through us, singing their ancient call for bread. Soul, art and love and beauty, their trudging spirits new. Yes, it is bread we fight for, but we fight for roses too. As we go marching, marching, we bring the greater days. The rising of the women means the rising of the men. No more the Trojan idler can that toil while one poses, but a sharing of life's glories. Bread and roses, bread and roses.
I was watching Match of the Day, watching Liverpool, and a lot of the players and the staff, they were making up boxes of food parcels, hundreds of them. And I thought, we've come a long way, haven't we? 2,000 odd years. So I wrote this song. So it's a brand new song. Gonna give it a go. Haven't even got a name for it yet. We've got food upon the table. In the fridge there's milk and cheese, bread baked by a loved one's hands, spice from overseas. We've got meat for those that want it, and wheat, and we got rye, sweet rain in the morning, afternoon sun in the sky. And I think that that is perfect, as our planet spins in space. There's enough food here for everyone. Lay the table and say grace. Oh Lord, give us our daily bread. Oh Lord, keep the children fed. Liverpool, the players make food parcels for the poor. Charles Dickens says, I didn't think that happened anymore. And Johnson's in his castle, he says, we'll get this sorted soon. We're busy with this virus thing, talking on the Zoom, and you ask about the starving, and he says, well, that's just fake. Yeah, and Sweet Marie says, if the bread's all gone, let them just eat cake. Oh Lord, give us a daily bread. Oh Lord, keep the children fed. village she is hungry and she cannot fathom how to unravel all these rules. She's got to find some food somehow. The kids don't watch that TV school. PlayStations are more fun, and somebody says just yeet, more easily said than done. And Johnson's in his castle. He buys another nuclear sub. And Bill is very grateful, obviously, but she'd rather have some grub. Oh Lord, give us our daily bread. Oh Lord, keep the children fed. The aliens are watching from somewhere in deep space and laughing at the ways we found to end the human race. And Johnson's in his castle and he's got food to spare. His mum gave him a bag of sweets and he doesn't like to share. Yeah, the Lord is gonna feed you if your religious choice is right, 'cause it's onward Christian soldiers. An army marches on its stomach, ain't that right? Oh Lord, give us our daily bread. Oh Lord, keep the children fed. Oh Lord, give us a daily bread. Oh Lord, keep the children fed. Thank you.
Hello, another rant. This one's called The Faithful. The man with the Bible swears he's the voice of God. The blind and the faithful hang on his every word. Sycophants do his dirty work, and the media keep him in power. The virtual in place of the real, it's so pixel. Lies and corruption are shot to its very core. The spiv and the con man have always run the Tory show. Yet the voters continue to tick that box, voting for their own demise. The brainwashing of the masses, instant profit. Yes, we've been here before, over and over again. It's so fucking insane. How can the people be so inane? Drunk on ignorance and blame. It's so shameful. thousands have died, but it's just collateral. They took one for the team, it's so natural. Sovereignty's gold, don't you understand? Give us your money, we'll give you our land. Even though our promises are built on sand. Ignorance, contempt, immorality, it's our stock in trade, but you can see, 'cause you are the one that turn the world blue. You put your little tick where we tell you to. All the way to hell, all the way to hell, all the way to hell. Thank you.
This is a song I've written for Gary and for Mel, of course, with love. You cannot take your old guitar, will not hear you sing, but all that you sang for us is safely gathered in, safely gathered in, my friend, safely gathered in. You cannot take your papers there, you can't take your pen, but everything you wrote for us is safely gathered in, safely gathered in, my friend, safely gathered in. Here's a song for your road, we'll miss you so. One more song as you go. You can't take your family, you can't take your friends, but all of our love for you is safely gathered in, safely gathered in, my friend, safely gathered in, safely gathered in the end, safely gathered in.
Hi there. The first time I met Gary Penalver was in January 2017, which is quite extraordinary because I feel as though I've known him all my life. I met him at the Brunswick in Hove. I was playing my first comeback gig in over 25 years of never having played live, or not really apart from the odd spot here and there. And he came over to me at the end and said, I really like your songs, which is a wonderful thing for anybody to say to any songwriter, and any songwriter will tell you the same thing. And then he said, I run a little club called Coastal Connections in Worthing, would you like to come and do a gig? It's like being invited on a world tour. So I went down to Worthing and I met Mel, his wife, and Rob Cast, who run the club with him, and realised that I wasn't on my own. The Golgies were playing and the self-help group were also playing, one or two other people. There was an open mic slot and a whole lot of things going on, and I suddenly realised that that's what Gary did. He pulled people together, he brought people around him. He loved music, he loved songwriting, he loved songwriters, and he loved Mel, of course, who was always there. not long after that, I met some of the other people Gary played with. He played in a band called Folk in Ada. He also played in Bearhug with Mel, and then he came to play in the Briar Band with Nigel Horn and I. And I'd like to say he came to play with us, but he didn't. And we didn't form a band either. Nigel and I just turned up one day and played with Gary and Mel in Gary's front room. And suddenly we were a band, and he was in 3 bands right up until the day he died, which is a sad occasion. But one of the great things about Gary was that he cared about people in many ways. He cared about women, and he hated injustice. He was a feminist. He was a socialist. He absolutely couldn't abide Tories. He was pro NHS and very outspoken about suffering and injustice and these kind of things. So what I thought I'd like to do is I'd like to read a poem, or just an extract of the poem, not the whole poem, from Robert Burns, which we once talked about. And this stanza suits him very much. You see yon birkie called a lord, with struts and stairs and all that, though hundreds worship at his word, he's but a coof and all that. For all that and all that, his ribbon star and all that, the man o' independent mind, he looks and laughs at all that. And the poem's A Man's a Man for All That, as you may know. Rest in peace, Gary. I'm going to miss you so much.
Hi everybody, it's Phil Jones here. Thank you very much for welcoming me along to Railway Routes tonight. This is my first outing here, and I'm really glad to be asked along. I thought what I'd do, thanks to Rob actually for asking me, and for all those other people who are so very much involved in the club and what you do. I thought I'd bring my minstrel banjo today. I don't know what Gary would have made of this. I think I showed it to him once and he kind of went, yeah. Not everybody's cup of tea. Fretless minstrel banjo. I'm going to do a song called New Homes. This is one of my songs. I don't usually play it on a minstrel banjo, but it was lying around and I thought, you probably had loads of guitars tonight, so maybe I'd get a novelty point or something. It's called New Homes, and if I organise myself, I can maybe tell you about it in the middle section. So they're talking about new homes. They're building those new homes for all. We'll be happy in our new homes. Can you hear the money call? Yes, they're talking about new homes. They're building those new homes for all. We'll be happy in our new homes. Our new homes. Wet green valley of fighting men will never see their like again. Financed through some government shtick, where a loaf costs more than the price of a brick. Sitting on a mortgage in a tiny flat, you can't buy a beach hut on the south coast, so that's a foot on the ladder is what they said. And now I'm not so sure, so they're talking about new homes. They're building those new homes for all. We'll be happy in our new homes. Can you hear the money call? Yes, they're talking about new homes. New homes for all. We'll be happy in our new homes. Our new homes. Made it cross the Med on a Libyan charter. The man took my money right out to Tajura. Just try thinking of the land of plenty when you're hanging neath a wagon on the Kent M20. Crept out of the camp and onto the ferry, balanced with the axle pressed against my belly. The stink of the diesel got into my shirt as the road passed by below. Yes, we're talking about new homes.
We're building those new homes for all. We'll be happy in our new homes. Can you hear the money call? Yes, they're talking about new homes. We're building those new homes for all. We'll be us happy in our new homes. Our new homes. One day, about 5 or 6 years ago, I was driving into South Wales, back to the valley where I'm from, and I came across a field where we used to play as kids. It was a sopping wet field. It was a sad kind of place. You couldn't even, I don't know, you couldn't graze a horse there or play football there. It was so wet. Right in the valley floor next to the river, flooded every year. And there in the middle of that unlikely piece of land was a huge billboard that read, "New Homes." And I was appalled. And I just thought, well, this is just one of those situations, isn't it? Somebody's got some money together to buy a bunch of substandard housing and sell it to already indebted people who've had their council homes taken from them. Yep. I thought to myself, these aren't houses. These are not homes, they're not houses. They're just something for people to lend money to an already poverty-stricken population. And it made me think of all the other times that the word homes has been used to fetishize land where people live, where people grab, what people fight for. It's a sad state of affairs where most of us, we just want safety and comfort from our homes. So I wrote this song. Winter stone rips up from the sea, guards the town tarpaulin wrapped misery. Up to the checkpoint where the sick do fade, caught on both sides by this cruel blockade. The kids play soldiers near the old hotel to watch themselves on CNN amid spent shells from New Mexico. And now the soldiers come, yes, they're talking about new homes. They're building those new homes for all. We'll be happy in our new homes. Can you hear the money call? Yes, they're talking about new homes. They're building those new homes for all. We'll be happy in our new homes. Our new homes. Thanks everybody, and have a great evening. Thank you.
Sometimes late at night I lie awake and watch her sleeping. She's lost in peaceful dreams, so I turn out the light and lay there in the dark. And the thought crosses my mind, if I never wake up in the morning, would she ever doubt the way I feel about her in my heart? If tomorrow never comes, will she know how much I loved her? Did I try in every way to show her every day that she's my only one? And if my time on earth were through, and she must face this world without me, is the love I gave her in the past gonna be enough to last if tomorrow never comes? 'cause I've lost loved ones in my time who never knew how much I loved them. Now I live with the regret that my true feelings for them never were revealed. So I made a promise to myself to say each day how much he means to me, and avoid that circumstance where there's no second chance to tell her how I feel. So tell that someone that you love just what you're thinking of, if tomorrow never comes.
This is the last song Gary and I ever sang together, because when I was recording it, he and Mel came over to sing backing vocals on the chorus. And I wrote it on mandolin, and I used to send them drafts and say, what do you think? What do you think of this? Or what do you think of that change? And he would give me notes. I'm going to miss that. And slowly the night shadows pass, give way to the dawn. While the sun climbs out of the sea and into the sky, and the light in the stairwell said you're awake. Swapping sleep and dreams for the breaking new day. So pull on your wings of feathers and stream. Where will you go when you fly? And the weather set fair with the wind in your hair. Where will you go when you fly? Where will you go when you fly? And the night and the day shift are already changing size. In the cold black dark of the mine, where there's no light, but you'll no go underground to dig that coal. You'll be here in the light with the wind and the rain and the snow. So pull on your wings of feathers and string. Where will you go when you fly? And the weather set fair with the wind in your hair. Where will you go when you fly? Where will you go when you fly? Take nothing for granted, it's a big crazy world. Though your flight has just begun, living the light, sun by day, moon by night, and the stars, and the stars to guide you home. So pull on your weights of feathers and string. Where will you go when you fly? And the weather set fair with the wind in your hair. Where will you go when you fly? Where will you go when you fly? Where will you go when you fly?
Hello, Railway Roots. Hello, I'm Gary Penalver, and
Mel.
This is Mel, and we are Bearhug, and we've been asked to produce a little video for you. So we're going to do one of our songs, which is called King of the City. The empty streets of a dirty town, crowds gone by, suburbia bound. Ain't no feeling like wearing the crown when you live like the king of the city. You live like the king of the city. When you live in a doorway, you think on your feet. The crowd's going by, the rush on the street. Ain't no feeling that's so bittersweet as being the king of the city. Being the king of the city. And the truth is different, the nights are cold. You know these streets are not paved with gold. You know this life will make you old when you live like the king of the city. You live like the king of the city. Truth be told, there ain't much to be said for asking for money for my daily bread. Don't look through me, talk to me instead, because I am the king of the city. Because I am the king of the city. And the truth is different, the nights are cold. You know these streets are not paved with gold. You know this life will make you old when you live like the king of the city. You live like the king of the city. When you close your door, hold your family tight. Keep your loved ones close, make sure they're alright. I'd rather not spend another winter's night being the king of the city. I don't want to be king of the city. I don't want to be king of the city.
Good evening, Railway Roots.
Hello, how are you?
We're Bearhug. I am Gary and
I am Mel.
And we recorded for you about 8 months ago, and you were very kindly asking us back, so we came back, and here we are to do a tune for you. So today we're going to do a cover song. Yes, I know, it's a cover song. Sorry. But it's pertinent, we feel, to the current situation, and that will become very apparent as we sing it. It's a Will Varley song called As For My Soul.
Hope you like it.
Hope you like it. So. Come, let's light a fire, drink a beer and sing a song. We'll be dead before we know it. We don't have very long. As the world outside collapses and confuses right and wrong, light a fire, drink a beer, sing a song.
out songs of ragged words to everyone we meet, from the cliffs of Palin Cornwall to cities of concrete. And that road ahead just stretches out so long, oh so long, light a fire, drink a beer, sing a song. Our friends, they are all bartenders, our heroes are all dead. Got our guitars for company and some sofa for a bed. You won't hear our songs on television, we never get reviews. We just do our bad Dylan impressions in dirty upstairs rooms. And that road ahead just stretches out so long, oh so long, light a fire, drink a beer, sing a song. La 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 la. La 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 la. Light a fire, drink a beer, sing a song. When I die, send my bones to the funeral museum. Behind glass they'll look so sharp, the robots will flock to see him. When I'm done, send my things to the landfill down the road. And as for my soul, let it come, let it go. Come, let's light a fire, drink a beer and sing a song. We'll be dead before we know it. We don't have very long. As the world outside collapses and confuses right and wrong, light a fire, drink a beer, sing a song.
So there. Bye everyone.
At times I take the path of most resistance. You may think I'm contrary or not right, but I will carry on singing my own song, because I think that I can win the fight.
Plowing your own furrow isn't easy. To thine own self you must be true. And when someone shouts you down, meet them with a frown, 'cause you know that's what is right is inside you.
It's not about the principle or fashion. Independent thinking is in me. Always question the man, don't give in to his plan. Open up your eyes so you can see.
Plowing your own furrow isn't easy. To thine own self you must be true. When someone shouts you down, meet them with a frown, 'cause you know that's what is right is inside you.
Don't you ever give in, 'cause it's easy. You'll never sleep at night, and this is true. If always you resist, just remember this: the path of most resistance is for you. So plowing your own furrows isn't easy. To thine own self you must be true. And when someone shouts you down, meet them with a frown, 'cause you know that's what is right is inside you. 'Cause you know that's what is right is inside you. 'Cause you know that's what is right is inside you.